now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to an action-packed 30 minutes. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on Pittsburgh CW. Call us 412-575-2600. That's the number of the Bordas and Bordas hotline. You can also tweet me tonight at KDPOMP, and I am riding solo. And how about this? For the first time in 52 years, the Steelers have traded a number one pick. And that's something that just doesn't happen. And tonight they did. They traded next year's number one pick to the Miami Dolphins, who are having a garage sale on players right now. Everyone wants out. And they got a cornerback in Minkah Fitzpatrick, a guy who has a lot of ability. And you might remember him out of Alabama, but more importantly, last year in Miami, he was the 11th overall pick, first round for them. And he had a good year as a rookie, 80-some tackles, 2 interceptions, 9 pass defenses. He was really good at what he does. And there were a lot of teams that wanted his services. And out of the blue come the Steelers. And Miami all along wanted a number one. And I believe this now gives them 3 number one picks next year. They're kind of doing what the Browns did in stockpiling draft picks, starting over and trying to turn this around in a hurry. But right now they stink. Lost 53-10 or 59-10 in their opener to Baltimore at home. And then they lost yesterday 43-0 to New England at home. And so here they are. They're coming to Pittsburgh, by the way, later this year on a Monday night. But they're an automatic win. They're getting rid of players. They're stockpiling picks. And the Steelers get something that they need to solidify a defense. This happens after Ben Roethlisberger learned today that he will be out for the season, needing surgery sometime this week for his elbow. He sent out a statement that said he promises to be back stronger than ever. He will make sure that he, fulfills his commitment to this contract like he's done throughout his career. He plans to be here. But now it's Mason Rudolph with a backup of Devlin Hodges, which also means the Steelers are likely looking around right now trying to figure out who to bring in, as a veteran backup. So a lot happening today, and I'd like to get your thoughts of it. We were live on Facebook just a moment ago when this whole thing broke, which was kind of interesting. But the Steelers do something they haven't done. They rarely do it, if at all. And here they are, giving up a number one pick in 2020, which could be a high pick, by the way. They're 0-2, and you wonder how high that could be. But this kid was an 11th overall pick, and they certainly have a need. Artie Burns clearly is not going to be here next year. They have Joe Hayden. And the good thing about this now, if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, is Fitzpatrick's on a rookie contract, which means he has, I think, 3 more years. Steve Nelson just signed a long-term contract, and then you have Joe Hayden, who just agreed to more too. Terrell Edmonds in the same boat. So you have people there who are going to be here for a while. If they develop the cohesion, chemistry needed, the talent should be there, and they should be better off in their defensive secondary, which helps everyone out. So it's also going to give this team a little jolt that they needed after the news today. Going to be very interesting to see how it moves forward. So we have a assortment of questions and topics for you. Do you like Mason Rudolph, and what do you expect him to do in this role? It's very similar to what happened to Roethlisberger in 2004, and it's almost identical. Second week of the year, and Tommy Maddox is the quarterback. He hurts his elbow, and it was an ugly thing where his arm got caught up in a pass rush, and you can tell the damage. He was in severe pain. He leaves. Roethlisberger comes in, and what does he do? He doesn't win that game. His first pass, in fact, is an interception. But after that, he settled down, and then he goes on and wins 13 straight games as a rookie starter on a team that had a lot to help its young quarterback. They had defense, good defense. They had a running game, a good running. They had a lot of things that I think this team right now must do to help Mason Rudolph. 412-575-2600. Also developing today, Pat Narduzzi met with the media, and he doubled down on his decision from State College. We haven't talked a lot about that because of everything that's been going on. But if you have a take on that, let me know what it is, because I completely disagreed with it then and still do, even more now. But he believes that was the right call. I don't know what logic comes into play here, but to me, you had a chance to tie the game right there, 1 yard away, you go for it. Too many things have to happen if you don't, and they didn't, and none of them happened. They didn't make the field goal. They never got the ball deep enough to do anything seriously again, and that's what happens when you don't take your shot from the 1 yard line. 412-575-2600. Lots to get into. Your calls are coming up next. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on Pittsburgh CW. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.